is mindset. There's a short-term crypto mindset right now that is, we are in the most exciting, volatile, profitable, terrifying portion of the bull run, which is part of a big cycle, which is part of a bigger universe. And there's a long-term mindset of setting yourself up beyond this bull run and what your strategy is beyond that, because it's going to come and go like a flash, and then we're going to be right back in the rest of the cycle, which is bear consolidation, and really the opportunity to, I believe, make the biggest wealth accumulation in our history, not this bull run, but the next one. Because what's being set up right now, if you're paying attention or have been paying attention, everything is happening exactly as it should be. It's been stacking up. Everything is so beautifully being set up, and I just want to do a recap of this year. So, this year started off with the Bitcoin ETF being approved. That was a freaking big deal, not because ETFs are that great, because they really aren't. They don't allow people to own their own Bitcoin. They don't allow people to hold their own keys. They don't allow people to really be sovereign financial beings. However, the adoption of EFTs then is still cascading into big institutions, banks, BlackRock. BlackRock now owns more Bitcoin than Satoshi. You guys, this is unbelievable. Okay, so that's been happening all year long. Huge amounts of money being coming into the crypto market and being purchased by banks, by big institutions to support these ETFs that have come into the financial market. In April, well, two things happened. In March, we reached the new all-time high for Bitcoin. This is very unusual. Let me tell you why. Because the Bitcoin halving actually happened in April. Okay. And if you look back at the last three cycles, so if you look back at the last three cycles, what has happened is Bitcoin will have the halving. And then after the halving, about 9 to 10 to 11 months later, Bitcoin then climbs up to a new all-time high. This year, though, when the Bitcoin halving happened, we already had hit a new all-time high 1 month previous. Never happened before. Okay, so first the ETF in January, big institutions coming in from January. They start pumping money into the market, buying up Bitcoin. March, we have an all-time high before the halving. Okay, and really what happened, actually, let me just share my screen because I want to show you guys this visually. Okay, let me pull up my coin. Let's do CoinGecko. So I want to show you, because look, history doesn't always repeat itself, but it does, what they say, it does rhyme. Okay. Now, this is a perfect example of it doesn't repeat itself, because we are not in the same market. We are not in the same circumstances. Things are way different right now. And the patterns are, so let's take a look at Bitcoin. So check it out. If you look, come on here. If you click on the max here, and we look at what just happened this year. Okay, so all-time high happened March 13th. Halving happened right around here. April, it was like April 20th-ish. Okay, and then we had a dip. Actually, let's bring this in a little bit. So we're just looking at this year. Okay, so here it is. So we had our first all-time high before the halving, never seen before, right? And from there, we went on to have our first actual crash. So between that time and July, so we dipped down to 30,000 from a high of 73. Okay, so that is a pretty big dip there. And then we went on to go back up to a new high. I'm actually in 2021 here. Sorry, let me move over. I'm like, wait, this doesn't seem right. So Here it is. So here's our all-time high in March. And then everybody's waiting for the halving, and the halving happens right over here. April, yeah, this is the halving, April 23rd. Then we went on to have the summer crypto that was horrifying for everybody, where Bitcoin dropped, but not only did Bitcoin drop from here to here, you guys, but altcoins dropped like mad. This was our first real crash. We went from like 73 to the lowest, which was like 54. So this is actually, in terms of like what we can see in a bull run, which is we can drop up to 30% or more. We did like 20 something percent here. So we can call this our first dump of this bull run. But really what's happening here, then we climb, right? Then we've been climbing. And here's election. Election night was a big night for crypto. That's when we surpassed the last all-time high. And then from there, we kept climbing. Now we climbed all the way up to 803, okay? Let me see if we could bring it in closer. So really where we are now, you guys, is we've had our first dump. You guys see it here, first dump, but it's not a major one, okay? And why am I talking about this? Because I want to show you how history repeats. So if I go to the last bull run, okay, 2020, 2021. Literally, okay, we did the same thing. Accumulation. First big up here. Let's see, we went up to 40, dropped down to 30. That's not a big dump, okay? That's like my calculator. 40 minus 30 divided by 40. Yeah, that's like, we dropped about 38%. Now look at here, we go all the way up here, okay? And we're at 62,807. And we dump all the way down to 30,000. Now that, guys, can you imagine holding? So this is the first real dump of 2021. Divided by 62,807. 51% dump, okay? Gigantic. So usually we'll have first one, second one, and then the third one is usually the final dump. Now, I'm not telling you that's going to happen this time. I'm not telling you we're going to have exactly three, blow the roof and then just nasty dumps, but it's usually what it looks like. And for us right now, we've already seen kind of the first one, which is if you count the all-time high from March and the crash till just about the elections, honestly, that was our first dump. And what we've been seeing now, like what you saw in the last few days, that was like barely a 10%. Like that wasn't a real dump. So we're going to have these. We're going to have these small dumps until we get the really big one. And the really big one is usually, it follows a really big high. So we're going to like have opportunities to buy and sell in these small ranges. And then we'll slowly bring Bitcoin up to maybe the 120, 130 something range. The further it goes up without dumping, the bigger dump we will get. So I would not be surprised if, let me stop sharing, if we actually in this run go, oscillate up and down, up and down, up and down. Every time it's in the red, it's an opportunity for liquidations, right? Like you can use this bull run to either hold. And honestly, if you just sit on your hands and hold, if you have almost any of the top 20 to top 100 coins, you could just throw a dart right now. You're going to 2x to 5x. That's just the nature of the bull run. Okay. It's not that you're super smart. You just came in at the right time, threw a dart, and you can double your money to 5x your money. Okay. Now, if you want to do more than 2 to 5x, the opportunities are there. There's really, there's a lot of strategy and a lot of sitting on your hands and being patient from here on. So I wanted to just go over this with you guys because we are, as I just showed you, we've had our first dump and it was small. These highs that you see, right? They're awesome opportunities to take profits. Okay, if you've been in the market for a long time, you are somebody who understands that taking profits is good, you guys. It's a great thing. And you don't have to take a lot. Take 5, take 10%, take a little bit as we move up so that you're basically taking profits all the way up, and then have a certain percentage that you're going to keep in the market for the next cycle. There are coins, like I have money in meme coins right now. I'm not going to hold on to those meme coins. There will come a point in this bull run where I say, okay, I'm out. And that point, nobody can tell you. You've got to determine what that is for yourself. But when I say I'm out, for some meme coins, I'm going to be selling 100% of them. Whereas, my Bitcoin, I'm going to reach a point where I've sold off 50% and that's it. I'm just going to hold till the next bull run. So all this to say, you guys, stay educated. Don't freak out when you see red in the market. There are opportunities for us to actually get what they call it, dry powder, right? You accumulate in the green market. When we're in profits, you take profits. And then when the market goes into the red, when things pull back, and they will over and over again, that's when you go in and you purchase and you buy altcoins at a liquidation so that you could turn around and take profits once we go back up. Guys, this is not going to go on forever. This is a bull run. It's limited time. The range right now of this bull run is going to be about 4 to 11 months, okay? Some people may tell you it's going to be a super cycle. It's going to go beyond a year. I personally don't care. After a year, I have a few signals, and I'm actually going to do a video about that. Is the signals that I'm taking to pull out of the market. It includes a certain price for Bitcoin, a certain place for Ethereum, and also a time signal. So for me, 1 year is a time signal for when I'm taking the rest or all of my profits out, and I'm just keeping what I'm keeping in the market. And if it goes higher and higher and I left money on the table, you know what? I'm winning because I already took my profits. I stuck to my game plan, and I have a moon bag for everything I want to have a moon bag for, which means that I have a little bit of my coins still sitting in the market, or a lot, depending which coins I'm talking about. And I'm going to let them ride out through the rest of the bull run. Or if we dump and don't come back up, I'm out. And then I start preparing my portfolio for the next market. Okay, I want to give you just a little word about the next market. Things are going to change between now and the next market. There will be a lot more regulation in crypto. There will be coins that will be outlawed. There will be coins that will be preferred, right? That are going to be, for example, the ISO 2002 compliant coins. Those are coins that have been approved by governments to use in the banking system. A lot more money is going to flow into those coins versus coins that are not approved. That's going to happen in different markets. So I personally, once we complete this bull run and I've taken my profits and I completed my strategy, I'm going to start what I call maturing my portfolio. Maturing my portfolio means I'm going to start to really look at which coins I want to hold for the next cycle. They're going to be more mature coins, more coins that are compliant, less really shit coins that don't have utility. I probably will clear out of my portfolio. Meme coins, mostly meme coins. And then also, it's important right now, the trending narratives like AI, gaming, RWA, they're very trendy. Why? Because all these technologies are being implemented and these companies are competing with each other to be the company that brings this AI function to the market, or this RWA, real world asset, that brings this to banking, to real estate, etc. So I think with those narratives, considering that they're so new, It's important that we let the chips fall, like let the bull run its course. Most of these coins are going to go up and they're going to crash really hard. And the crashing really hard is really the test. So after the crash and we go into a bear market, that's when we keep an eye on these AI companies. What's Fetch going to be doing? Is it going to survive? What's Dow going to be doing? Is it going to survive? How well is it going to survive this cycle? And then we'll see who's going to be the new players of the next cycle in those categories, those narratives. So for now, I don't know what maturing of my portfolio will look like fully. I have an idea that I want to, like I said, the compliant coins I want to keep in my portfolio and add some more of them. But I also am waiting to see how everything pans out with these narratives. Which of these coins are going to be strong? Which of these companies are going to, show their strength and their integrity through these cycles? Because from cycle to cycle, you'll see some of the same coins, but some of them don't make it. They don't come back around. They don't really do anything in the environment anymore. They're not relevant. So really important, you guys. So I wanted to leave you with that today. I wanted to leave you with peace of mind of enjoying this roller coaster. And use it, like play the game. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but like, take profits when you see profits, hold on to your profits, and get ready to shop when everything goes down and crashes. And you can do really well if you just are patient, which means when it's time to sit on your hands and do nothing, sit on your hands and do nothing. And I'll tell you, that's probably the hardest part of a bull run because there's so much noise, right? And I really, really emphasize this focus. If you're focused on AI coins, focus, study there, do the work there. Don't get distracted and start moving your chips from here to there, from here to there. That will not make you money. It will not. At the end, you'll end up losing. But if you create a plan and you stick to it, there's a lot of profits to be made in this market right now. Like I said, you could know nothing right now and throw a dart at any of the top 20 coins and you will 2 to 5x your money. It's in the cards, it's in the numbers, it's just what's rolling out right now. Okay. And you could do much, much better. 2 to 5x is extremely underperforming. If you are educated in this field, it's extremely underperforming what's possible in the next year. All right, you all. I'm going to disconnect, but I want to say thank you. Thank you for supporting this channel. I am going to be launching a Crypto Basics 101 and a Crypto Basics 102. The 101 is for absolute beginners. We cover how to buy, sell, how to use wallets, how to know what the heck you're doing in this market without getting wrecked, scammed, screwed over. And, ultimately like wiped out by the market. Crypto Basics 102 is for people who have a little bit more experience. You may have a wallet, you may have a little bit of crypto, but you want some help navigating what's coming and you want to maximize your profits in this next year, really, because this is our shot. So reach out to us. It's by application only, which means that we interview you first. We want to make sure that this is a match for you and you're a match for us. We're building a community. We're building a community of people who are growing together long-term, supporting each other, brainstorming together, and really being our best selves so we can show up and live in abundance and help ourselves and help others. Peace out, y'all.